and welcome, hopefully, to episode 2 of the Lunar Enclave. And I'm seeing my OBS freak out right now. Does my video and audio look okay to you guys? Yeah. Is that still working? That's still functional?
It's
it's
very
delay,
laggy.
but yeah.
I think it's catching up, maybe.
Oh, it's almost like my computer's on fire right now. I'm going to close Discord. I'm going to try to shut down a couple things. I don't know if it's going to get any better. It's a new problem every week. We'll keep going with it for now. All right. Well, no reason not to kick into it here. Is my audio crackly?
No.
Nope.
Sound great.
Okay. Sound great.
That's good, because that was really annoying last week. As Troop 33 trudges towards the Warden camp, the air is laden with grief and a palpable resentment that hangs like a shroud. They walk side by side, yet miles apart in spirit, each member ensnared in their own personal labyrinth of loss. The camp, with its sea of tents, represents a modicum of civilization amidst chaos, but it offers little comfort. Their shared tent stands in the distance, a grim reminder of the necessity to cohabitate with unfamiliar faces, faces that inadvertently reflect back their own pain. There is an unspoken resistance to this new arrangement, the survivors not yet ready to acknowledge their new reality, much less accept it. Emotions are raw, and the air is laced with silent accusation. Each member of this makeshift group harbors resentment for the cruel twist of fate that took their partners and left them with strangers. No words are spoken, for no words are needed. Their heavy steps speak volumes about the burden they carry. As they arrive at the Troop 33 tent, the reluctance is palpable. No one is eager to cross the threshold into the shared space that awaits them. The thought of forming bonds with these new companions is overshadowed by the shadow of their recent trauma. They are united by loss and survival, but divided by the walls they've built around their grief. You all are entering the tent. What would you like to do?
Is there anyone in the tent, or is it empty right now?
It is just as you left it.
Okay.
I'm finding a cot in the corner and setting my stuff down and pulling out some parchment and writing some stuff down.
I think if there's like a fire or anything, I'm going to try to prepare some rations.
Okay.
Inside the tent or something. I don't know. I'm preparing some rations for everyone, I think.
Okay.
I have Hyoba, and we're just sitting in a corner, and I'm plucking stuff out of her feathers and cleaning her up.
Okay.
I am standing at the entrance, not knowing what I'm looking at.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah, you're looking inside a tent. I imagine tents in general you would at least be relatively familiar with, especially Naka and the Coalition. I imagine this would be something that would appear from time to time in the towns. But you're inside more or less, you walked through a barracks to get here. It seems to be makeshift. It doesn't seem to be a permanent installation. The grass beneath the tent is still very much alive. It doesn't look like this tent has been here very long. It seems very bare bones inside. There are a handful of cots, some like you can see one of the very, very thin mattresses has been pulled off of the cot and is laying on the ground. That one seems to be empty at the moment. There are a handful of boxes and some small storage, but that's about it.
I think I offer Alora and Ember something to drink first, I guess, and then slowly make my way around to Naka and Vidar with some water and Ignatius.
I don't take it. But thank you.
I set it next to her.
Okay.
I will walk straight past your fear and find an unoccupied corner.
Okay. Just a small thing. Ember, would you mind just muting yourself when you're not talking? Because I'm hearing just a little bit of fan in the background. I want to try to keep it down. No problem otherwise. We'll figure out a better solution later. Your fear, can you give me a perception check?
Yes, I can. That would be a 17.
17. As you're sort of walking around handing out this water as you go, you hear a very small, like barely perceptible noise coming from one of the boxes against the wall. There's a small storage crate that your troop was given to keep their stuff in.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over and does the sound have like any recollection in my mind?
Yeah. As you get a little bit closer, it's kind of like maybe a little bigger than a shoebox sort of deal. And you hear the sounds of like small scratching inside.
Oh no.
No. Oh. Okay. I reluctantly open the box, knowing full well what's inside.
Very carefully, you lift the lid, revealing a very small and quivering mouse. A moment later, its name swims back to your memories, the hundreds of times that Sai said it out loud. His name is Hickory, the once beloved tiny companion of Sai Coachella. The tiny creature's bright eyes meet yours. He seems hungry and probably a little afraid.
There are large tears rolling down your fear's face as he was keeping it together on their walk. He is now again met with the realization of Sai being gone, and I bend down and I pull out a piece of bread from my bag and offer it to Hickory in hopes that Hickory will join me.
Hickory very happily takes some of the bread and just begins nibbling away as if nothing is wrong in the world.
I'm gonna pick Hickory up and
He has no problem with that.
very carefully whisper something in its little mouse ears and set it on my shoulder.
He's happy to do that and continues eating the bread.
I'm gonna sit down at the edge of a bed. I guess if there's one like kind of close to Alora and Ember, I'll kind of be sitting there, looking to see what Vidar and Naka are doing. I guess, what are you doing?
Vidar and Naka doing?
Naka still stands at the entrance, water in hand, because I took it from your fear. And I haven't taken a drink yet, but I'm staring into the cup.
I'll probably stay at the entrance but sit down on the ground with the cup and then pull out my journal and data pad and see if I can find anything more about that signal, just messing with it and trying to decrypt that message, if there is a message in there.
It's probably worth mentioning to all of our Amnesians that Vidar has pulled out a tablet that is glowing in front of him and is poking it repeatedly as the symbols and colors on it change.
Is that the craziest thing we've seen in the last 12 hours? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Probably not. This
is par for the course now.
Poking glowing lights now. That's fine. That's what
what is Ignatius? What are you doing right now? What can I see? I know you said you were just kind of sitting alone. Are you looking around, or are you just closing your eyes or something?
I'm probably actively not looking at anybody, even not even facing toward anybody, just rummaging through my stuff. Okay. What little stuff I have.
I think at this point, after a few minutes of silence and hickory chewing in my ear, I kind of like Yorfir sees everyone very disconjointed. If I may, I would like to say something.
I'm getting up and walking out with my parchment, walking out of the tent.
Can I tell if she's standing outside the tent, or did she walk like far away from the tent?
I'm going far away.
Far away?
Mm-hmm.
Would you still like to say something?
No, I don't think he will.
Okay.
Just yet.
Is there anything else the rest of you would like to do?
I take a drink of the water, and I look at Yorfir.
It's probably worth mentioning that the water is probably the freshest water you have ever tasted in your life.
Sure. And I look at Yorfir and I say, "Do you have anything stronger?"
I do. And I pull a pouch from my side and toss it to him. Before I take a swig and then toss it to him.
Right.
Yeah.
I catch it and bottoms up.
Yep.
I offer it to Vidar and to Iggy.
I've never had this before. What is it?
Is this Aaron or is this Vidar?
Yes.
I explain to Vidar that this is some type of barrel-aged wine that I made in my own cabin from grapes that I've grown. Which I'm sure, do you even know what grapes are? I'm not sure.
You know what
Delightful.
grapes are.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay, cool.
You know what grapes are.
Yes,
No,
there,
no.
You have
There are-
grapes.
yes.
You have grapes.
And while you may not have visited them very often, there are fields in the biodomes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll take a sip. I don't know how it tastes, but is it good wine?
Wrong.
Like grape juice gone bad.
Yeah, it's yeasty. Okay.
I quickly pass it back and then
Um,
drink my
I
water.
offer some to Ember.
I don't take any.
Okay.
I'm continuing to not acknowledge anyone's existence.
Sure.
Can I?
I will drink the lot of it if no one else will have it.
I nod. There's plenty more. Could I tell Finch to go spy on Alora?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do so telepathically?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure. Finch
Yeah.
darts out. That's not a problem.
What does he see?
I assume you're trying to be stealthy with Finch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope he's, well, who knows what he wants to do.
I
Well,
would
why don't
say
we start with a stealth check from Finch, which I don't know if we have stats.
I don't
for
know
Finch.
if you
We
have
should
I
probably
don't
figure
believe
that
we
out.
do.
Let's do a flat
However,
roll
I
for
would
now.
say
A flat?
it's probably it's probably
Disadvantage.
negative because, or
'Cause he's
maybe
a
disadvantage because he's a
glowing
glowing
ball of
crystal. Yeah.
Who whistles?
Right.
Okay, well,
Why don't you just roll a flat die for now, and then
you
Alora,
definitely
if you could
saw
roll
Alora.
Okay.
Go ahead, you can roll for it. Go ahead, you can see.
Oh, what do I need to roll?
Perception.
Oh, perception.
I'll be shocked if you lose.
Why is it not working?
We could also just use your passive perception if it's not
Okay,
working
here
at the
we go.
moment.
19.
I got a 5, so. Frickin' Finch. He's the worst. He's a prick.
He probably like goes up to her and tells her that
yeah,
she's following.
yeah. Your fear wants to know how you're doing. Did you want to come back in for a second?
Finch cannot talk, but Alora, as you're walking out to wherever it is that you're trying to walk to, you do see Finch like very comically darting behind tents and trees every time you turn around, but like a full second after you do. So you see it every time.
I can see you, Finch. Go back to your old man.
Your fear, you would hear this.
Yeah, I hear
so-
it. I just. Stupid. All right, Crystal. I'll whistle for Finch to come back in.
Right.
Knowing that she's okay. Just in her grief.
And Alora, where are you going?
I have a letter to send, so I don't know if I would know where to go to do that or if I need to ask around, but I need to get to somewhere to send a letter.
Yeah. There would definitely be sort of like a central command post that you could head to and find somebody to hand that off to.
When Finch flies back in the tent, can I reach out and grab him?
You could try.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean-
Why don't you make a this would
Grapple?
I guess yeah. So give me a well, this might be more dexterity. So give me an
Yeah.
acrobatics check, we'll say. Versus, I guess, Trevor, a flat acrobatics or a flat D20.
Yeah, okay. We'll figure out some stats.
We'll
for
figure
him
out
later.
some stats for Finch later. Yeah.
17.
11.
No, you go to grab him and he's
Okay.
a slippery little sucker. But you probably were seen trying to grab Finch out of the
Yeah.
Sure.
Um, I'll just I'll look at Naka and say, "Are you curious about the idiot?"
I think we all are. We've only ever seen such small amounts.
Years ago, my people the Elysians created these things. They're called Omnis, and you see, my people, they took the Omnite and started to study in craftsmanship and arcane abilities, and we saw the power that each Omnite crystal held. And as we studied them and started to craft them, obviously they gained different powers. And I don't know, they created these, and each crystal had some type of sentient ability. And now we're here with blue floating crystals that talk to us, and they're supposed to help us. Sometimes they listen to you, sometimes they don't. Mine rarely listens to me. But our society, they're just even more so. Now they're woven within the fabric of our society. They help us communicate with one another, with different countries. They help economically for trade. So, yeah, they're all over the place.
As we're walking into camp, would we have noticed more Omni floating?
There would be a sprinkling of Omnis around.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a ton of them, but there would be some.
I guess off of that, I would probably say to Naka, since we are asking questions, I am curious how the phrase of my people was on your flying ship, as you call it, Dominare Novus Terrace. That's
Lords of New Lands.
precisely. And how do you people from the sky know about the literal calling of our people in Elysian? I have thoughts, but I would love to understand how that was written on your ship.
It was the very phrase that my ship's captain lived by.
But how did he know it?
Our people lived by it. I just chose a different path. I grew up hearing it.
What do you mean, your people?
In the sky, our people fly amongst the stars.
Worth noting, once again, you do not know what stars are.
Sure. I was gonna let him finish his sentence and then
Yeah.
Right.
remind him I don't know what a star is. Does the name Eternus ring any bells to you?
No.
Yes. I can't say in my feeble mind, no.
I'll save you a scroll.
That's fine.
But we live to venture. We live to voyage. To find new planets. To make inhabitants.
You see, my people were once led by a god, a traveling god, named Eternus. And he too said he was from a distant land. And all Elysians followed the creed Dominare Novus Terris, which we still do to this day. It holds a little different meaning. Eternus well, we don't have to worry too much about him anymore. This mission that you spoke of, what was your mission?
The one that sent us here.
Yes.
We were commissioned to find this device that, and I glance at Iggy. He could tell you more about, but I'm not sure he's in a place to explain.
Understandable.
We were commissioned to capture this device and bring it back.
On
with
whose
hopes.
commission?
I look at Vidar. Who's that guy?
Joe Smith. I don't remember. We didn't really ask a ton of questions before we left. We just saw they were paying big bucks and
That's right.
They were paying an omnite.
Oh.
Such a small
understand.
fraction of who you call, what is his name? Finch?
That is his name.
That was our payment.
I'll gladly give you him.
It doesn't seem like it would do me much good here.
By the way, the guy's name was Zevulk Vorgir.
Zevulk Vorgir. What the? All right.
Love the name. I
And,
understand why I
you
never
know.
forgot it.
Okay.
To be
I
fair,
had to look it
he's the guy. Wow, losers. To be fair, he's the guy who explained the job to us. He is not the person that we were getting it for.
Okay. All right.
It's also worth noting, as sort of an anecdotal thing, and you guys would probably be familiar, but if you were to own the amount of omnite that Finch is made of, you would be among the richest people in the galaxy.
If I remember right, the ending of last episode, Ember spoke to Vidar about Dicax.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can you paraphrase what your last sentence was? I can't remember it off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Whatever you said to him, I don't remember.
About Dicax?
Yeah.
Also, side note, Caleb, I can hear everyone but you. I can't hear you at all.
Oh my gosh.
So, if you've said
You
anything
might-
important to me, I'm not ignoring you.
I haven't. I haven't been. And Grant's saying that he's not hearing you either. That is very bizarre.
Interesting. I can't hear Steven now.
Steven, I think you're
Steven's muted,
muted.
Yeah, Steven's
am.
just muted.
Yeah, I can hear everyone just fine, except for Caleb.
Can you? Do you have a volume for me? Can someone ask her if she
Do
has
you have a
adjustment
volume
me?
for Caleb?
I don't know. He's like not even visible like on the little sidebar thing that has everyone listed. His name
That's
isn't on there.
bizarre.
It was, and then my
You know,
screen went
Caleb,
out, and then it went back in.
I don't see her in my list of people.
I
Can
do.
you refresh?
Yeah.
Can you refresh the page?
Refresh your page, Ember.
I need a refresh. Is that what you said? Oh, Ember. Sorry, I was yelling at my wife
Hey, all right.
for
now I hear
metagaming.
her.
Can you hear me now?
Yay! Yes, I can.
Okay, just a
Cool.
weirdness. All right,
Okay.
Love
feel
technical
free to
difficulties.
paraphrase now.
So I was asking Vidar if he was with Dycax, and Vidar responded that Dycax is dead. And so then I asked him if he knew of the other 4 gods, the Dycaxian gods, and he said that they are all computers.
Okay,
Whatever
thank you.
that is.
I remember
Right.
that. Yes. All right. Cool. My gosh. All right. Where were we? We were talking about the job that you were on, if I remember correctly.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And you came through our sky because you hit floating Omnite. Is that correct?
No.
No. What did they?
In our world, there are things that we have made to travel better, faster. And we got sucked into a black hole.
Your fear, Trevor's fazed by this. Your fear is just looking at him blankly. He doesn't, nothing is blowing him away anymore, actually. Go on.
What do you want to know?
So this black hole brought you to us?
I suppose.
Also,
Listen,
your fear, black hole to you is literally
Sure,
a
it's
hole
a black hole.
that is
Yeah,
black.
yeah. No, that's,
You fell
that's
down
where
a
I'm
hole.
going. Yeah,
Yeah,
you fell in a hole and you're here.
Yeah.
When I fall in a hole, I too fall hard.
what is the most distant land that you would travel?
You're asking the wrong guy, buddy. I guess here.
Where are you from?
Elysium.
How far away is that from here?
Elysium is... Let me pull out my map from my pocket and I'll show you exactly where it is.
We can probably post a map in
Yeah.
the player chat or whatever. So you
Elysium
guys can see what's going on.
is to the west, the northwest, where we are. if I remember where we are. We're still in the Caxia, correct, Caleb? We have not walked
Yes.
outside of it. Okay.
Yes, Elysium's to the northeast, but yes.
I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. A mold. Forgive me, my brain. Northeast from here is Elysium. It is covered in land much different than this. This green grass you see is rare in most places.
You're currently around here, and he is referencing up here.
Our capital, Vidanova, is surrounded by peaks covered in snow. Frost.
And he's showing me this map, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
The center is the maw. And that is our duty now as wardens. To protect all the areas around it from the evils that may venture out.
I have many questions. But imagine if you could blink your eyes and wind up in Elysium by taking one step.
Sounds magical.
That is these black holes that we speak of.
So I just want to clarify something because I think there might have been some confusion from my narration before. So you were sucked in to the Omnesian zone by the black hole, but the black hole disappeared before you reached it.
Oh, okay.
You suffered a concussion, Naka. It's okay.
It's okay.
We're all working.
He was
through
in the
this.
front at the time. That's a reasonable thing.
You also so you were sucked into the Omnesian zone and then floated for a few hours before encountering this this planet.
Also, being the co-captain of your ship, I would assume you don't know everything that happened, so it's okay.
I'm the captain.
Oh, wow. I thought you said the other guy was the captain earlier.
No, he built the ship.
Oh.
I'm the captain.
All right. I
No.
see. Okay.
All right.
I think that would be...
Thanks for the clarification, Stephen. What is this maw?
Yeah.
I see this black hole in the middle. Speaking of black holes, what is the maw? Looks quite dangerous.
It is. It is the pit that fills amnesia. And it's the one thing that all of the empires surrounding it have agreed upon. We must protect our people from what awaits inside of the maw. There is darkness and evil that comes forth from the maw in the countries. We'll see. We'll see.
Looking at... Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna leave the tent.
And I will watch Iggy as he passes.
While he has the map pulled out, can I try to point to where I estimate where the signal is coming from and see?
Yeah. It's just a little bit to the east of Mistwood. In the future, I'll have a nice scene we can cut to the map every time I need it. But for now,
You said
I don't want
to the left of Mistwood?
To the east of Mistwood. It would be almost exactly, as we foreshadowed last week,
say.
where you were.
Am I seeing him point to
yesterday? Yeah.
this? I'm seeing him point to this?
Yeah.
Did you just say, like, out loud that there was something coming from there?
Yeah.
When you say something is coming from there, what do you exactly mean?
I point to my temple, and there's like a little, like, gem-shaped node.
Little piece of metal.
It's kind of like a radio. I'm hearing a signal from.
I don't know what a radio
I understand
is.
he's not doing anything.
bro.
I know.
You're receiving a message
Yeah.
from an object?
I don't know what from.
Are you
I just know the source.
Are you some type of sorcerer?
Have I heard the word sorcerer before?
You will have heard it. You know,
Sure.
you-
In
Viner probably
fantasy
played Dungeons of
films
Dragons,
and
you know.
whatever. Yeah, probably.
How can you detect power like that?
It's not power. It's just radio waves. It's kind of invisible things floating through the air, transferring messages.
It's what our sorcerers and wizards would refer to as the fabric of magic, if you can tie yourself into it.
It's just engineering.
Our engineers, I don't understand what that really means.
Take out my eyeball again.
Again.
So your fear, the term engineer, like, you would be familiar with that in terms of, like, engineering of buildings.
Okay, that's what I was.
Stuff like that.
Okay. Okay, regardless, your fear is already just accepting. He doesn't understand anything these people are saying. That's fine. The more pressing matter is this spot that you are referring to. Our troop was just here before your ship fell into a hole onto our planet. This spot is exactly the location in which we rescued a young girl inside of an Omnite cave.
Did you see anything like this? I pull out my data pad again.
No.
Nope.
But we did see who took the tools. Did Alora take the tools? No.
I think
Lucky took the tools. Ooh.
Yikes.
Well, it's okay because well, yeah, it's okay.
And the salvage thing that were smashed by giant trees?
Ooh. Too soon. I'm gonna say, what would cause these radio waves that you speak of? What would cause them to go off in your head? Why would you be getting these waves?
Honestly, I have no clue.
Is this like a signal for help?
I have no clue what's sending this message. I just received it.
Yeah.
What is the message?
We didn't take the time to, like, explain this last week, but essentially, like, at the moment, you just have essentially an open channel. Like, you are receiving essentially just static from this.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Ember. Is Ember paying attention to any of this?
She's not looking at anyone, but she's listening to everything that's happening.
Alora's not back yet.
Yeah, it's up to you. Alora, when you do finish, will you head back to the tent immediately, or will you take your time?
No, I had another thing that I wanted to do.
Okay, we'll get back to that in a second then.
I look at Vidar and Naka and say, we did find something of note. But I think we need Alora here to explain more in detail.
Smash cut to Alora.
Let's go to Alora, and then I want to go to Iggy. So, Alora, what are you doing?
Well, I'm wondering how far away we are from the crash site.
I probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Ah, shoot. Okay.
It's a ways. It was a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's near Mistwood, and you guys walked for a couple hours in the morning to get to Mistwood.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go like outside to the edge of camp and just kind of sit in my thoughts.
Okay. Okay. Iggy, what are you doing?
Ask what time of day it is.
It's probably like wee hours of the morning at this point.
Yeah, I imagine actually that like your data pad probably like has some feature to automatically synchronize with the day cycle of whatever planet you're on. Yeah, so it's probably midnight, 2 a.m., something like that.
Okay. I'm probably gonna try to find if there's like a river or stream or something nearby, probably toward the edge of camp. Somewhere that I feel secluded.
Sure.
And pull out my bottle.
Yeah. You pull out a very small metal capsule and unscrew the cap and pour out into your hand what seems to be the very last, a single pill in your hand.
I'm probably, my hand is probably shaking, especially as that realization sets in that this is my last one.
Yeah.
I'll sigh and crush it up and put it on my hand and
Absolutely. As typical, it does not take very long at all for it to start doing what it does. The world around you that was relatively desaturated, the colors of the night start coming in. You feel sort of the energy that you did not have before sort of pulse back into your body. A lot of the emotions of the day also just flashing over in your mind even faster than they were before, as you're still sort of processing all of this.
I'll probably, sit there for a second and kind of knees on the ground, hands on the ground, right in front of whatever water, splashing my face, and just trying to take some deep breaths and calm myself. And then I'll pull off one of the grenades from my belt. And just kind of stare at it. My sweet augury of fiery chaos. My seductive masterpiece. A symphony of annihilation that lures me like a moth to a flame. We can bring about the end. The agonizing end of whatever, or whomever I see fit. With the drop of a pin, their lives reduced to smoldering embers in the wake of our engulfing embrace. Their screams all but consumed by the roar of the inferno. How I long to unleash your incendiary fury upon the world, to dance in the ashes of destruction. And yet, now you carry a different function. A door to the ultimate reunion. If he waits for me beyond the curtain of smoke and flame, the thought of joining her, of being consumed by the same fiery embrace, is an irresistible temptation. A necessity. I have felt that same sting 1,000 times before. And I pull the pin out of the grenade. What's once more? With something as small and simple as a release of pressure, we can be together again. Two flames entwined, engulfed in the eternal blaze of our shared destiny. This world, my world, is an ashen landscape without her. And you, simple you, are the vessel of restoration. And Iggy's eyes, after a moment, fill with just a sudden fiery rage. Restoration and retribution. And Iggy storms off back in the direction of camp, with the grenade in his right hand and the pin ring wrapped around one of the fingers on his left.
Yeah, you take off towards the tent, obviously with very much purpose. Alora, just by happenstance, can you give me like a perception check?
Dirty 20.
30-20, yeah. You probably see like very far in the distance, but it's a pretty unmistakable silhouette, especially around here, of Ignatius, like what seems to be furiously walking back towards the camp.
Can I ask how far away Iggy was from the camp, or from where we were?
You wouldn't know that, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm going to start heading back as well after I see that.
Okay. All right. Iggy, you arrive at the tent, probably with the rest of the folks still talking.
I would, it doesn't matter whatever is going on. I would probably pretty aggressively push my way into the tent, and head straight for Naka.
Would we recognize a grenade or no?
Nope.
Okay.
You have no idea what that is.
Would I recognize this thing?
Definitely.
Okay.
Can we tell that he is furious? With
You
the
probably,
with the purpose?
yes, you could tell that he is upset. Yeah.
Is this a grenade or is it a mini device?
I don't believe it's a mini device. I believe it is a grenade.
It's a
but-
grenade.
Yeah. Iggy, what are you doing?
I'm going to barrel my way straight toward Naka and probably push him a little bit, and get really close, right up to his ear. Specifically his right ear, holding the grenade kind of in between the two of us. And so I'm specifically by your right ear, and all you will see of me is just the burns and whatever on my face. And I get right up close to your ear and just come at you. What makes you think that you can touch me? You and I are not friends. We're barely acquaintances, and yet you had the audacity to slap me while I grieve? You have struck a flint in this field of dry grass and ignited a furious blade of hatred. I loathe you with every ember of my being. You thought that a mere gesture could extinguish my grief? You would have better luck putting on a raging wildfire with a single breath. My sorrow and anger burns hotter than 1,000 suns, and I want you to feel every degree of the inferno in my veins. And I'll bring up the grenade into your view. You know what this can do. The pin has already been pulled. All I have to do is relax these fingers, and we'll both be snuffed out. If he waits for me on the other side, and I, quite frankly, am ready to be reunited, leaving behind this world's pain like ashes in the wind. And I don't give a damn if you've made peace with whatever you believe in. In fact, I hope this doesn't kill you right away. I want you to suffer just long enough to process what's happened. I want you to feel like half of you has been blown away and there's nothing that you can do to fix it. I want you to know the torment that you've ignited. This is your reckoning.
I stare him in the eyes. And I hold on to the same wrist that holds the grenade. And while looking directly in his eyes, I say, then let go. I too feel grief, far deeper than you understand. Grief, far deeper than the loss of a friend. I too have lost someone very close to me. It was not long ago that I watched my father meet his end, but having not any way or any chance to save him. You say we are not the same. But my friend, we are more the same than you realize. And I just stare at him with more care than I can muster in words.
I think as that happens, your fear stands up. I would imagine not in between them, but next to them. And also puts the hand on the same hand that Naka is holding.
And while looking at Iggy and feeling the hand of your fear, I tell Iggy, you are not alone. I know this feels confusing. And I know we are out of place. And I glance at your fear. But I am with you.
We, all of us in this room, are now bound through grief. We are all feeling a pain. A pain that maybe some of us have never felt before this very night. And it is something so uncanny, it's like we're grasping at a vapor. And that pain is loss. It is okay to live in your loss for a time. It is okay that we shall serve its debt. That searing heat you feel is regret. It is the regret of a choice you made or a choice you did not make. Surrounding that searing regret is the anxiety of the unknown. And these are okay feelings, and everyone in this room should be allowed to feel their burn. Saying all these things does not make what occurred yesterday any easier for any of us. It won't bring solace and won't bring comfort. I know it to be true because it's brought me none. But coming from an old man who has lived longer than you all, I knew a man long ago. He was dear to me, and he made a wrong decision. the wrong choice. And I watched the regret and the guilt fill his life, and he ran from the pain. He ran from his choice. He abandoned all of his friends and family, and the guilt swallowed him whole, dragging him to the very doors of the void. And that is where he died. Until Sai was the only good thing in my life, and she was the only good of me. And yesterday it was taken from me. And it's 100% my fault. She should have never been there. If she had never met me, she would have never been in the situation to feel the fire and the fear that blazed within her eyes moments before she died. That girl gave me purpose. And I'm sure the people you lost yesterday, you are all feeling the same way. But we have to figure out how to mourn the ones we lost while living for them. Every wrong action you felt you made last night, we must now live to make the right ones. It is the debt we owe the ones we lost. Guilt is the tightest noose, and we are standing at the moment. We can either let it choke us out, or we can loosen it. As a man who knows this truth all too well, the man who runs from the pain wrought by his own hands is weak. But the man who continues to live on through the echoes of the departed is the strongest of us. Now either let go and end it all, or put the pin back in and face the road ahead with whatever we are.
I think Iggy would just collapse to the ground, just in a quiet sob.
Your fear begins to sob as well.
Does Iggy have a comm link?
Not that I know
Don't
of.
think so, no.
Okay. Well, then I collapse with him, while still holding the hand that holds the grenade. And as I embrace him, I whisper in his ear, "I'm sorry. We all handle grief differently. And I realize the way that I was handling mine was not beneficial to you. And for that, I'm sorry. But you are too important for whatever we are going through right now. You have too much info, too much knowledge for us to lose you now. I mean it when I say that I am here with you, beside you, fighting with you.
Give a slight nod and just say, "I made a promise." I'll take the pen and put it back in.
with that, I nod back at him.
Is anybody going to be sleeping what few hours are left of this morning?
Not a fucking chance.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Any of the rest of you that weren't involved in that scene?
By the way, I'd say, Elora, you would have arrived at the tent in time to hear at least most of that. If you'd like, you could have gone in, or you could have...
I would have been standing outside, listening.
Okay. I imagine the next several hours are a mix of silence and quiet sobbing, both separately and together. Understandably so. Eventually, though, as it always does, the sun rises. And you see light pouring in through the fabric of the tent. And just as the first light starts to sort of crack through, you hear sort of quiet rustling outside as the camp sort of starts to wake up. And eventually you hear a brief knock on one of the posts near the front door. As you can see, it's sort of a figure standing outside, a shadow through the fabric.
I don't hear anyone.
The figure would probably wait a few moments, clear their throat, and then knock again.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, I couldn't hear anyone.
Oh, can you not hear anybody right now?
I can hear you
us?
now. I could not hear you when you're talking.
Oh,
okay.
interesting.
I'm sorry. Was I supposed to say something?
I thought that was a response to what Caleb was saying.
No,
so did I.
Right.
I couldn't hear. You were talking. I couldn't see you.
The
I'm
character
what?
outside certainly responded to it as if that's what you were saying.
Oh.
Okay. Well, Elora, specifically upon hearing your voice, the front door of the tent is thrown open, and you are greeted to Captain Idris, who seems to be a absolute nervous wreck. Just to jog your memory, Captain Idris is not the one who the party saw yesterday, the pallet on the field. It is the captain of the ship that sailed the Alkulian.
Yes.
He has certainly never been a man of steel nerves, but he is understandably a bit more tattered than normal. It's clear that he has slept just about as much as any of you, and he has sort of a notepad out in front of him that is just like covered in notes and whatever else he was doing. He throws the tent open upon hearing your voice and immediately looks around, does not even acknowledge the spacemen that are in the room. It looks straight at you and runs over to you. It's a private battle, Brand. You're awake. I'm so glad to see that you're well, and I'm very sorry, Laura. I am.
Thank you, Captain. It's good to see you.
I have been assigned to write a report on the incident near the marsh. I've gathered just about as many details as I can from eyewitness accounts. But as you can understand, I require testimony from wardens at the scene. Outside of the obvious, which I've gathered, fiery comet from the heavens, colliding into the fields of Decaxia, wiping out half our men that were on site, and half the men that were aboard this vessel. Are there any important details that the wardens ought to know?
Would we have told Alora in the downtime about the other thing? Probably
Other
not.
thing.
It's probably emotional. The radio waves. It's probably not the right time. Okay, perfect.
Probably not.
Are you asking me specifically, Captain, or are we all free to speak?
He's probably looking at you, but the rest of you all hear this going on. He's just talking to the only person he knows in the room.
I mean, other than a lot of technology that I have never seen before, I can't recall much.
Listen, Captain, what was your name? Bigglesfoot?
Idris.
Idris.
While I very much will acknowledge your grief, you are speaking to a commanding officer, Warden.
Correct. I bow. And tell him, look, we're all a little hazy here. I think if give us a few days, maybe we can recite you some info. It's been as you can imagine, nights filled with grief. We've all lost people dear to us, and I think reliving it right now is probably not the best.
May I ask then, prior to the event, Troop 33, it is my understanding that you had departed from Mistwood. Was there a lead that you were following up on? Were you investigating anything in particular?
We were doing our duty of protecting the locals of Mistwood, and there seemed to be some trouble. A young girl and her brother. And we went to investigate the problem. And then we brought the young girl back to her home.
And this trouble obviously led you outside of Mistwood. Where did you end up?
Well, you know kids. They tend to go wandering in places they shouldn't. A little too far from home, Captain. And, but we found him, brought him back.
All right. And all loose ends tied up then.
Yes, sir, I would say so.
Okay, then. Alora, he'll sort of walk over to you, speaking a bit quieter now. Certainly the rest of you can still hear him, but he's definitely addressing you specifically. Alora, regarding the event yesterday, I hope that you understand that I am obligated to inform the Archon of War. And you may know better than I how he will react. Is there anything specifically you'd like me to pass on to your father?
That I'm not hurt? That Oh, Captain, I don't want to go home. Please just don't tell him every harrowing detail. I can't let him know that.
Even the Archon of War doesn't have the authority to take one of my wardens, but he can make my life difficult. I'm sure you understand.
I do. Just tell him that I'm okay.
That I can do. Captain Idris will stand back up and move towards the front door and acknowledge the group. And Troop 33, the wardens expect that you will return to your post this morning. I suggest you begin getting ready. And you'd be hard-pressed to find any warden who's served the years that I have without losing a partner. And I know that the grief digs deeper than the maw. And yet, we hold the wall.
We hold the wall.
And he salutes all of you, wardens, and he heads out the door. Over the next hour or so, the six of you begin to gather your things. What little things some of you have, and some of you very confused, heading out into the open world. You all have gained the benefits of being a long rest, as you did take your time. However, none of you slept, and for at least today, you all have a 1 level of exhaustion. If I remember correctly, that means that you have a disadvantage on any ability checks and saving throws. Just want to clarify that with the DM that knows the game better than I do.
So
only ability checks, not saving throws.
Only ability checks. Wonderful.
Yeah, so for the players who are not as familiar, that means anytime you make you roll a skill like acrobatics or stealth or perception, you will have disadvantage. So roll twice and take the lower of the two dice.
Oh, bummer.
But if we ask for a saving throw or an attack roll, you do not have the disadvantage on that.
Now,
misunderstood.
I want to keep us moving today because we've got definitely some stuff we want to get to. You guys will be walking towards Mistwood, which will be northeast. Where would you guys like to go?
Do we have like he said, to return to our post? We're going back to Mistwood, our original post.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Essentially, your job is to, patrol Mistwood and guard it from any supernatural
Potential
threats.
threats.
Okay.
Right.
As we're walking, I would like to relay to Alora that Alora, our new friend Vidar here, had quite an interesting occurrence happen to him that I think you may be able to expound upon. He can, I guess, sense some type of pull, some type of magic, seemingly coming from the cave that we were just in a day ago. And he was asking if there was anything unique about the cave, and I thought you could further expound to the group what we saw, the ritual room.
Okay. What do you need to know, Vidar?
Something is sending a message or receiving something. Do you have any idea what it could be?
Well, when we visited there yesterday, lucky, and I believe it to be a place of worship from a cult that resides in the Alkuli Empire, which is where I am from. They worship the moon.
That sounds really weird to you, Vidar.
Is there a moon visible in the night? So there wasn't stars, but was there a moon? Okay.
Does that ring any bells in that head of yours?
Which moon? There's hundreds of moons out there.
No, there's only one.
You stupid. Yeah, and it is reasonable, given those of you that were at the ritual site. It was, not currently inhabited, but not entirely abandoned. There were signs of life.
Right.
It was recent.
Signs of life not too far away from Mistwood. It is reasonable to assume there could still be a threat.
They were also, we could tell from Allura, were carving Omnite with a precise manner. And I'm not sure if you know much about Omnite, but here, if you carve it in such a way, you can release unique properties, much like my idiot friend here, Finch. They were using specific tools known for Alkuli tradesmen and craftsmen. So we could only imagine they were doing something to enhance the moon cult. I'm speaking out of turn. I don't really travel very well. I stick to my own thing.
I would say they are trying to wield some great power.
Sounds
if they are
great.
Carving and shaping the Omnite into a certain way, it is more powerful.
Could they, Allura, with your knowledge, with doing whatever ritual they were doing, could they have caused these people to fall out of the sky?
I mean,
I think Iggy would speak up now. I don't think your people had anything to do with us falling out of the sky.
I'll trust you on that.
For the sake of expediency, do you believe that it is your party's intention that eventually you will be moving in that direction?
I think your fear, because he was very much interested in the ritual room to begin with, very much wanted to figure out what was
we need to stay here the whole night.
Right. The ship can't hit you if you're underground. Get upstairs.
No, but I really think we should stay, guys.
Maybe you should have. It would have been better.
I was trying to save half of our group.
Yeah, for sure.
I think your fear would hint at whether I think he would hint at that we should probably see what Vidar is leading us to.
I would imagine the Celestials, this is about the only lead you have right now.
This could be a way for you to get back home.
I'm along for the ride.
Yeah, I have no other choice.
All right.
You really don't. We don't. We are wardens.
Then you head out.
Okay.
You head in the direction of the fort, and after about an hour of walking, your party approaches the site of the ancient Elysian fort. The air is crisp and the sky is a clear blue, unmarred by yesterday's troubles. However, as you draw nearer, a faint disturbance breaks the peace. A thin line of smoke rises lazily into the sky from the center of the ruins. Not the smoke of a campfire, but something darker. The fort, which just a day before stood as a testament to the passage of time with its crumbling walls and weathered stones, now lies in a state of fresh destruction. The once sturdy walls are now shattered, lying in heaps of rubble. Destruction radiates from the heart of the fort, with every wall demolished, pointing to a violent end. The centerpiece of this devastation is a 10-foot crater gaping open like a wound in the earth. What would you like to do?
I would like to send Finch to go do a little aerial overview.
Roll a perception check. Again, we'll just go with a...
Just flat?
0. Yeah, flat modifier.
That's a 19.
19. Okay. You, from the aerial view, first, you don't see any signs of real danger or anything. By the way, I see my video is having trouble. Is my audio still good?
You're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you don't see any signs of danger. No one around. Just woodland creatures, and probably fewer of those than normal. You also, from above, realize that the destruction emanates from the center, from this crater in the center of the fort. The walls have not just fallen; they've been blown outward.
So is that door still there? Can we see the door that was like the trap door? Entrance there.
You do actually, with the 15, you do actually see the edge of the trapdoor poking out through some of the rubble. I will also say with the 19, you notice lots of bits of metal that seem to be charred and twisted, lying around the area.
All right. I repeat all of that to the group, saying that there's material that looks like the floating vessel they came in on, and the hatch that we used earlier to sneak into the cave is still there. I'm gonna relay to the team that when we entered this place the last time, we were met with some mutations of creatures and some various dangers. There is a crater on top of them. I don't know if they'll still be existing or what the cave is like down there. But I'm ready to journey if you all are.
How big is this crater?
10 feet diameter.
Am I able, now that we're... Oh my bad, you go.
I was just going to say, do we have any kind of view from it where we are?
Yes, yeah, you would have... I'll say you would have come up to the clearing, the edge of the clearing where the fort is, and just for the sake of moving things along, you can see the fort and the crater.
Does would my prior experience tell me that something exploded here, or did something impact here?
Go ahead and make a technology check. I'll say anyone who wants to get in on this can. The terrestrials, that'll be an Arcana check instead.
Okay. Oh. Arcana, you said?
Yep.
Would Iggy have advantage with this situation?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yes, Iggy does have advantage. Apologies.
I got a
Okay, good.
a 19, dirty 19.
What did you say it was?
I
for us?
literally just rolled
Arcana.
2 nat ones.
Okay, lucky for you, nat ones technically are not auto fails on skill checks.
Right. What's your
So
plus?
what's your total?
4. So total of 5.
Cool.
So probably a fail.
Actually, in this
My
case,
name is not Vidar. I don't have plus 8 to anything.
Bro wrote down DC 5 from Iggy.
I wrote this down ahead of time because this is extremely familiar to you, Iggy.
Okay.
So anyone who, well, okay, what did everyone else roll?
2.
Dirty
Great.
19.
19.
11.
11.
11. Cool. Your fear. This was clearly an explosion of some kind. Conventional explosives, which there are explosives of some kind here, they aren't nearly powerful enough for this. So this must have been done with powerful magic, though that doesn't explain the bits of metal scattered around. Iggy, you immediately recognize these twisted chunks of metal for what they are by their manufacturing. You've spent countless hours examining the explosives of your competitors. These are the remnants of a powerful fragmentation bomb made by Cronus.
Copy that. Okay. I think I would probably look towards Naka and Vidar and just say we're not the only ones. And probably continue to examine the bits of metal and whatever.
Now that we're closer, can I get a more direct or detailed of where the frequency is coming from? Is it like, can I get is it under us now?
Yes, it is indeed under you.
Do you think would the pieces of metal be small enough for Hajoba to go grab some and bring back? What's the name?
Hyoba.
Hajoba.
Hajoba.
I was taking a shower and I was trying to remember everyone's name. I was like, I can't mess this owl's name up. But I did. Sorry, Aegis. Hajoba.
Well, you got his name.
Hyoba.
Okay.
It fits your old man persona.
Listen,
okay?
Hyoba.
Hyoba.
Hey, that owl there.
Yeah, there are definitely
Hyoba.
some bits that are small enough for an owl to carry.
Okay, so I'll send Hyoba out and tell her to grab some and bring it back.
You can get. She? Is it
She.
a she?
He. Oh, I thought it was a he.
I thought it was a she. Maybe it's a
Okay,
he.
we'll go with she.
I say
talk,
she.
We'll talk with
It's a
Zach.
they.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
It's non-binary.
Non-binary
There you
owl,
go, yep.
okay? Hyoba,
Keep going.
a non-binary owl.
Yeah, so Hyoba brings back the piece of metal. You guys are standing at the edge of the clearing. You can see the trapdoor.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I look at the group and say, is anyone opposed of going on an adventure?
I am much more interested than I was before. I'm in.
Cool.
Lead the way.
I kind of let everyone know that we may not be alone and everyone should be ready with whatever weapons and arms and tricks that they have. So I am going to go down and open up the... hang on. Okay, I'm going to go and open up the hatch and start going down.
It takes a couple minutes of clearing some rubble, but you are able to clear it enough. You see that the trapdoor has partially collapsed, a hole punched through it by a block of stone that now sits on the stairs below. Do you just enter the basement?
I'm going to enter the basement and send Finch out ahead of me. And because I have true sight, I can also see. So
Dark vision.
Or dark vision, not true sight, my bad.
Yep.
I was going to say level 2 true sight. Holy smokes.
Yeah, no.
No. Vidar's not the only broken character.
Yeah, at least his is not from cheating, though. The trapdoor creaks ominously under your hands as you cautiously make your descent into the fort's underbelly. The staircase does not groan. When I wrote this, I was thinking it was wood. It is stone.
The stone groans.
Yeah, the stone groans. The air is thick with dust, and the scant beams of light that filter through the cracks in the ceiling reveal devastation. Let's go. Well, I will just let the scene do the description for me.
Sick.
This is what you all see.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the rats.
I will also say a hush hangs over the room, a silence so profound that it presses against your ears. It's the quiet that unsettles you first. It's not until you see the first body that you realize it was the absence of the familiar squeaking and scurrying of rats that once thrived in these halls that unnerved you. Now the floor is a macabre scene. Rats, both the common and their giant brethren, lie motionless. Their small, lifeless forms are scattered amidst the destruction, some crushed by the weight of the fallen fort, others lying out in the open. You can't help but notice on the rats in the open the burns. Precise, severe, and cauterized. These are not the random scorch marks of a large fire, but intense, focused heat.
Would I be able to make the connection between Iggy's burns and these burns?
Iggy's burns actually look more like normal fire.
Are they blaster burns?
Oh.
They are blaster burns.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So...
actually, to you guys, it might look like a particularly powerful firebolt.
A firebolt?
Like
okay.
that.
Well,
Incredibly focused firebolt.
Someone with very high skilled magic did this. Let's press on.
Old magic.
Old magic. The old ways. Yeah, I guess let's try to keep moving on. It looks like all the rats are dead, correct? Oh, we just fell in a hole. All right. I meant to say don't fall in the hole. Okay. So that's the door that we went through originally, right, to the laboratory?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, let's just keep pushing through. Does Finch see anything on the other side of the lab?
Finch moves forward. He does notice the rat bodies seem to become more densely packed the further in you go. And as he gets to the back room, he sees a cluster of them gathered against the far wall by the barrel of old rat food that Sai raided a day earlier.
Oh, sorry.
And above it, the smooth, intact stone wall.
All right. I'm going to start heading to the crevice in the wall and let everyone know if you're claustrophobic. Take a deep breath.
Okay. There is no crevice in the wall. It is completely smooth.
Oh, it's completely smooth. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to let everyone know that there was an entrance there before.
And to be clear, this is not like rubble has fallen over it.
It's just smooth now.
Been sealed
It's smooth.
somehow.
Can I touch where it was? Do I feel anything different, unique, out of place, stones that are loose, or it's just smooth?
Your hand passes straight through.
Oh. Okay. It's an illusion, clan.
Oh, it's a hologram.
Keep on going through.
Yeah, a hologram.
A hologram? This is an illusion.
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna just. This is the magic.
And
of
magic
some-
is real.
It really. Alora wields it quite powerfully, and I just keep walking through.
Oh, what a
Okay.
compliment. Thank you.
I didn't hear it because I'm old. My elf ears were turned forward, focusing all of the remaining hearing power I have.
You pass through the illusion. It's a little strange pressing your face up against what appears to be a solid wall, but once you're through, you see the tunnel beyond. By the way, not everyone has dark vision. I assume someone has a light source of some kind.
Can I cast Jet of Flame?
You can.
While we're
Jet-
passing through, can I see if this is more of a hologram or an illusion? Whether it's like a device making
Make
this,
a
or
technology check.
Is it worth also making an Arcana check from somebody who can?
Yeah, if someone who
was your
has Arcana would like to.
How is
30,
your
20.
Arcana?
And we have
I'm pretty
disadvantage on all
sick.
these, right?
Yeah, I got
Still-
you guys.
If you have
I got a
detect
dirty
magic,
20.
This also might not be a bad time to use it.
I have detect magic.
Use it, Ember.
Ember, yes.
Use detect magic.
I would like to
also-
use detect magic.
I did forget. You should all be rolling these with disadvantage.
Oh, with disadvantage? Okay.
Well, with
Because
detect
we're all
magic,
exhausted.
if you take
With detect-
Oh,
yes.
that's right.
if you take the 10 minutes to ritual cast it, so you don't have to use a spell slot.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. You cast your detect magic, and the wall does indeed light up brightly with. You can take a moment to focus with detect magic and get the sense that it is illusion magic. And sorry, Vidar, what did you roll for your
30-20.
technology? Was that with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Jesus, of course. Christ, Vidar.
Of course. With advantage.
This is the one skill I'm good with.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You find no source of the of the hologram.
Excuse me.
As we're walking, I would like to keep my eyes out for any form of technology.
For sure.
I look at Iggy and say, and magic is real. Alright, we're gonna keep walking. Does Finch see anything in front of us as we continue?
Finch sees, as you expect, a pit in the floor, 20 feet across. Except the rail that once stretched across the gap and offered a path now lies in a dusty heap 20 feet down.
20 feet down, okay. We still have that rope.
How long is this?
I have
how long
rope.
is this pit? How far across is this pit?
It is 20 feet across and 20 feet deep.
Okay. I do have jump if anybody needs to get across.
If you could just jump across with this rope, we can...
If I touch you, you can jump the distance tripled your power, like tripled.
Excuse me? That's quite the...
Is that
magic.
you could use that anytime you want, sort of thing?
I believe it's a once per.
It says one
long
action
rest.
casting time is okay. Yeah.
I believe this is a Githyanki thing.
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
we could have you jump across, we could lower ourselves down, toss the rope up to you, and then we can just start climbing up.
Sure. Let's do that.
So, Naka, go ahead and jump across.
Naka takes a large leap. Probably something you've never seen.
Wow.
Leaps across.
It's
the- I
impressive.
mean, come
It
on.
is impressive.
Come on.
You leap straight, like 20 feet, barely like a walking jump. It's not a running jump. You just
Yeah. What's
it was a
your
stroll.
what's your strength score, by the way?
My strength score, 18 plus 4.
Yeah.
You clear
you
it
can
by 40 feet.
Your fear is...
you can almost make that jump without the jump spell or jump
right.
power.
Good night.
Your fear really wants to find a tightrope to run across right now, just to show off. All right, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
So I jump with the rope, correct? Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, do we want to jump with the rope, or do we want to lower ourselves into the pit and then have him lift us up? Because we have to get
strength.
Yeah, probably.
I think we have to go down into the pit.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
Use my baton, my piton.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You
Go,
got
and we can
pittance, that's
descend
right.
down with the rope.
That's
yeah.
right. All right. So we'll descend down, and then we'll
Okay.
toss it up to Naka, and we'll just climb on up.
I can. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sweet.
Yeah, with an 18 strength, you hold fast. It's easy enough. I don't think anyone here is particularly heavy.
And I have brawny.
And you have brawny, right? So you can freaking push.
I just pull them up.
You can lift like 3 of them at once.
So we have a pseudo barbarian. Great. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just keep going.
Wait,
I'll-
can I ask? Were we trying to go down into the hole or across the pit?
Oh,
I
I
guess
should
you've
have.
never been here before.
We
yeah.
let us
Apologies,
we've
yes.
fallen in this pit. Well, a few of us have fallen in this pit. It's not really a pit. It's just a ledge that we can walk across, and then get to the other side. It's a fake pit. It's a false pit. Yeah, we're good. Don't worry. It's
Okay.
let my people go. We parted the Red Sea, and we're walking across on dry land right now. I'll tell you about it another day. I'm gonna let everyone know. If I remember right, the next room that we go into is the ritual room, where we saw the ritual occurring. So
Okay. You do. Sorry. Yeah. So as Elora and Ember cross, actually, you do notice a dark stain at the bottom of the pit. 2 dark stains, actually.
Like blood or like shadow?
Like blood.
Like blood, okay. That's nice.
Is there anything else down there, or just blood?
You were there when that blood was spilled.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
That
Gotcha.
would be Vegas and Lucky.
Yep.
like we said. We
Some
know
might
about
say
this pit.
needlessly spilled, but it was fine. You made it across.
Hindsight 2020.
Yeah, Zach, you're an idiot.
Yes.
Hey, it made for an epic moment before he hit the ground.
Yes,
It did. It did.
It really did.
As you continue down the cave and you approach the distant glow from the light of the ritual chamber, you all simultaneously hear the sound of motion from up ahead, murmured voices, the lick of a lit torch. The chamber seems to be less abandoned than you hoped.
You've heard this music before.
I don't want Finch to go ahead because he's colorful.
Yes. You can
but
tuck him away.
I
that's
would
not a
like
problem.
to be engage your fear sneaky transformation and try my hardest to hide and get some elf eyes. Legless, what do they see on it?
What? Stealth check, unfortunately, with disadvantage.
That's fine. 21 with disadvantage.
Okay.
That's a rogue.
As it is. As you quietly approach the corner and poke your just one eye around the other side, you see that it is indeed not an empty ritual chamber. You find a small group of cultists, 3 of them that you can see, kneeling before a glowing sphere of cold light that appears above the ritual bowl in the center of the room, which flickers intermittently. As you look closer, you can see a distorted, wavy image of a hooded figure in the apparition. And then shortly after, you hear its voice.
Explain to me how, under the gaze of a hollow lady, you allowed our sanctum to be exposed.
Vicar, we had to act. The surface ruin was compromised. It was the only way to...
Silence! You squandered the moon's blessing, her gifts. Those armaments were sacred, not tools for your panicked folly. Our path is one of the silence and subtlety of the night, not destruction and noise.
We understand, Vicar, and we stand ready to correct our mistake. The armaments serve to protect the Sanctum's secrets, at least.
And what of the craft? Have you secured it as commanded?
The Wardens, they reached it first. We are waiting for the opportune moment to...
Incompetence! You risk the ire of the goddess with each wasted moment. Her gifts are not to be squandered by inaction and cowardice.
There is more, Vicar. We have reports. There were survivors from the crash. Wardens and beings from the heavens.
Survivors! This is a catastrophe! You let outsiders live! Witnesses to our existence! They must be eradicated immediately! Do you not grasp the peril they bring? Do you not realize they could unravel everything? Find them! Cut them down! Let the moon shadow be the last they see, or I will ensure you never see it again!
The cultists all bow deeper, a mix of fear and determination etched on their face as the transmission ends and the sphere dims back into darkness and disappears. Can I get a perception check from everyone who isn't your fear?
With disadvantage.
Oh, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
9.
Woof.
7.
10.
13.
7.
Ember. You hear very softly, and only for a moment, a set of footsteps behind you. Before you have a chance to sort of make a motion towards your friends, you turn around and see a very tall, large cultist carrying a couple large wooden boxes who drops them on the ground, making eye contact with you. With lightning speed, he draws 2 massive, very alien, very futuristic blades from his back. As he readies them, you hear a subtle click as they start humming quietly. Enclave, it seems we have company. Roll initiative.
Yeah! Never mind.
Let's go.
You can forget my message, Caleb.
Initiative's not with disadvantage,
All right.
correct?
Initiative is
Hold on.
not with disadvantage.
Yeah, I guess I don't actually know if it is an ability check or not, but we're just going to say no.
I don't believe it is.
Nice. Love it. We got some lightsabers we gotta fight.
To clarify, these swords are not glowing.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you for clarifying.
But they're just humming?
They are humming.
They are humming.
Vibro. Okay. Well, 3 can play at that game.
I have 17.
All right. 20 to 25.
Oh, sorry.
The one with the rifle is at 22.
Waiting on GM.
I have 21.
The rifle.
15 to 20.
17 for your fear.
17 for Naka.
Roll off.
16 for Allura.
And 15 for Iggy.
19 for the roll off, Naka.
Oh, I only got 3. So- After you.
Your fear. Vidar, what were you?
18.
Oh, so you went before them.
Oh.
Okay. All right. And then our other cultists, how are we doing?
We have a 13 for the spellcaster, a 12 for the warrior, and a 7 for the scout.
All right. Well, first up is the rifleman.
Okay.
Ew.
I'm
waiting on
He is going to. Oh, right. I can actually control the characters
You
myself.
can. And for those of you who would like to, you can jump into Tailspire to control your own character.
And let us know when you're in, and we can.
GM.
We're
Okay,
in. I'm just
cool.
waiting on GM.
Me as well.
Can you pop them in?
Yep.
Loading it up.
Apologies. You should have
That's
control
alright.
of your own characters.
Oh, I like them. I don't like
Okay.
'em. I don't like 'em.
Yeah. The rifleman is going to run 20 feet back here, crouch, and take aim at your fear, who I believe was the only one poking around. Sorry, I'm just shifting you guys to where you would have been.
I'm waiting on GM. Though. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, bringing you in.
That's my fault. That's my fault.
And is going to take a shot at your fear. That is a 7 to hit.
It doesn't hit. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay. So a flash of light travels faster than an arrow and explodes on the rock next to your face, briefly dazzling you, not mechanically, but yeah, that is his turn.
All right.
All right. Next up is Ember. Ember, you are at the back of the group. You do have a very large, scary cultist immediately behind you.
How far away is he?
He is about 20 feet.
I'm gonna cast Produce Flame at that guy.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
Get him, Ember.
24.
Nice.
I'm sure that hits.
Yes.
Did that just come from your hand? There's no data pad to summon in that fire?
It did.
I'm blown away.
13 damage.
Holy.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go, Ember.
Wait. This is a firebolt? Or, sorry,
Produce Flame.
Produce
Yeah.
flame.
What did you roll for that damage?
Wait, did you crit?
It said, wait, hold on one second. Maybe I clicked the wrong thing. I mean, I like 13. I think we should keep that.
No,
but-
we gotta keep it. That's a good round
That's
What did I
number.
click
more
on?
than I think you can do
Yeah, no,
without
I.
a crit.
What happened?
It's
It's 1d8,
Is it?
but I don't know why it rolled 2d8. Okay, that's fine.
that's fine. Just keep it.
I'm sorry, I'm pulling up the...
yeah, because the Produce Flame,
yeah,
I don't know why that did
also-
that. I mean,
Might have just clicked it twice by accident.
I mean, did
well, it
you
said
crit?
Did you crit?
2d8.
Maybe.
What was the attack roll?
Oh, yes, she crit, yes.
Oh,
She crit.
Ember.
Nice.
I'm a noob. Sorry, what does that
If-
mean?
So if you roll a natural 20, like the actual dice itself shows
Yeah.
up on a 20,
That's what I
you
did.
just double the damage or double the dice roll of the damage that you do. So you just
Or in
did-
this case, roll 2d8.
Gotcha.
yes,
Okay.
you just did a butt ton of damage to this
Yeah.
poor man.
Your fear
Okay,
looks
turn
back
around,
and does like
see,
the old man.
see the
meme.
dude with giant metal blades in both of his hands and just whip a fireball straight to his face. He's trying to furiously put it out.
Oh
You can hear the humming sort of changing notes
Awesome.
as he's whipping it around.
Great job,
Would you
Ember.
like to move?
Way to freaking go. Way to
No, I'm
freaking
gonna
go.
stay right there, I think.
Okay. Next up is Vidar.
I would like to cast. Oh,
Real quick, Steph, your hit points should not be 4. They should be 17.
You can max those back up.
Love it. Good call. Thanks.
All right, Vidar.
I would like to cast Target Lock, which is the equivalent of Hunter's Mark on the big guy, and
ahead.
then take a shot with Rem Shot.
Okay.
17 to hit.
The big guy?
Good guy.
Yes.
Five plus 1 plus 1. 7 damage.
Okay, he's looking real rough.
Nice.
Good
Nice.
Good.
Good job, everybody.
Eviscerating this man.
Then he is 1 level of slowed.
Nice.
There is probably as you take that shot and like blow a chunk off of his shoulder, there's this like he turns and like there's this moment of recognition of realizing what just happened because he was not expecting to get shot with a gun today.
Come in peace.
All right. Too late for that. Your fear. What's up?
It's a great question. Okay, so I see that the guy behind us is almost dead, right? And he has a sword, correct?
Yeah.
The person that has the rifle that shot at me is the guy hunching
Yes.
down, correct?
He's way far in the back of the room.
Oh.
Sort of opposite the room.
Oh, okay. So he's playing the Your Fear game. I see.
Apologies. Am I able to finish the movement I meant to take on that turn?
Sure,
is it
please.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. Oh, you're trying to hide. Oh, wait a minute. What?
He gone.
Did he-
He's back here.
I can't see.
He's beyond our line of sight.
Okay, perfect. Okay, sweet. All right, well, cool. That changes what I was gonna do. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry, that's my fault.
No, you're good. You're good. Dash is, if my movement speed is 35, my dash would be 35 as well,
70.
or 70.
Well, sorry.
Well, it's 70
35
total.
plus 35. 70 total.
Is our speed not affected by exhaustion?
Not
Nope.
this level of
Not at
exhaustion.
this
Gotcha.
level.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna regret this later.
It is worth noting
will
that
take
technically
2
Star Wars
attacks of
5e has
opportunity.
different exhaustion, but we're
Oh, gotcha.
rolling with normal D&D 5e rules.
Okay. Okay.
I would like
What are you doing, Trevor?
dash.
Okay.
73
you
here.
With
will-
an action or bonus action.
Bonus action, my cunning action, I would like to use it as my dash.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get on top of here.
Okay.
I measured it properly.
Sure.
And then my action, because I have line of sight on this guy now. I'm gonna shoot him with my short bow.
Do you have line of sight?
I see him.
If he does, it'd be 3/4 cover.
Yeah, that's 3/4 cover
Yes.
for sure. Okay, but yes, you can take a shot. He just has a higher AC.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Does a 22 hit?
Yep, that hits.
Thank you.
Not by a lot, but it does hit.
So this is with my
Not with sneak attack,
correct. This
because you do not have advantage on him, and you do not.
okay.
have an
It auto
ally.
rolled. It auto rolled the sneak attack. Hang on 1 second here.
We'll have to
1d6.
figure that out before
That's
next
fine.
session.
1d6 plus 3. 1, 2, 3. You got 9 damage.
9 damage. Cool.
Okay, and that'll end my turn for now.
Okay. Next up is Naka.
Okay. How close are those two in front of us there? How far away are they?
They are.
They're 45 feet ish.
Okay. Oh. Alright. I will take out a blaster rifle shot at the dude on my left.
Get him.
This guy.
The caster.
Yes, the
Okay.
caster. So,
Go for it.
okay, 14 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Just barely, to be clear.
Nice.
Okay, that's an
The
8
bolt
plus
seems
2.
to
So
8
10?
plus 2.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, the bolt seems to. The caster throws up her arm, and there's a shimmer of energy that the bolt smashes through and drills straight through her skull, and she collapses to the ground.
Oh, good. Nice.
She had 9 HP.
Oh my god!
That's that cultist. See you later. Great work, everyone. Real proud of everyone so
All
far.
right. We'll have to rebalance combat next episode. And next up is. Would you like to move, Naka? Are you staying right there?
I think I'm. I don't see any cover. I'm staying there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Elora.
I'm gonna turn around and hit Big Boy with a firebolt.
Go for it.
8 to hit. I'm using my Tides of Chaos, and I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
Do it.
Have a
Yes.
Oh my gosh, nat 1. Okay. Well,
Oh.
So it
Does
hits
not hit.
Naka and kills him.
oh
Yep.
no.
We actually used to roll with that rule where
that's
if you
funny.
get a crit fail, it hits one of your allies.
Oh my gosh.
We have
Man,
stopped
I
doing
am
that.
not sad that we got rid of that.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's all right.
All right.
That was just the worst roll you'll have of the match. It's all good.
Would you like to
hope so.
move? Cool.
No, I'm good, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
You kind of look like
Iggy.
One Punch Man from above.
Yeah, just so I have the lay of the battlefield, the people that we know about, so there were the 2 in the middle, and one of them is dead. Then there's the big guy behind us, and then there's the one that that Yorfir was taking a shot at.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
There's 3 cultists left.
Okay. A big boy's still up.
Correct. Behind you.
Okay. I would like to run straight up to Big Boy.
Okay.
Do it.
Let's go. And what's the button to raise me up a little bit? So I can
Control.
You raise me up.
Here, I'll
so
get you up there.
I can
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
punch
God.
this
Oh, God.
contest.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Just kidding.
Okay.
He went back up
no,
to the
no.
Night Sea, guys.
I don't know what happened.
He's coming home, Biffy. All right.
Oh, too soon.
And I am going to make an attack against him.
Dude, what
which
a
I
cool
don't
miniature.
Have a great bonus to him, but if it works, it'll be dope. Oh my gosh! I need to throw away this dice. I've got another nat 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
That does not hit.
Grant, your miniature looks sick, just so you know.
Thanks. I spent a lot.
You
of
go
time.
to punch the
really
dude,
cool.
and he holds up one of the vibro blades, and you hit the blade itself, and you feel like your hand like shaking as you pull it back.
Dang.
Okay, well, I didn't exactly anticipate that, so let me see if I oh gosh. I don't think I'm gonna have anything. Yeah. Nah, I think that's what I got.
All right. It is the
Actually,
spellcasters. Oh, go ahead.
can I I would like to use my bonus action to activate my Ideal of the Contender, which won't have any implications unless he does something to me.
Cool.
Okay. Let us know if it comes up. Spellcaster is dead. However, your new best friend is up.
That's right, he is.
All right. He is going to take both of his blades and swipe at you in a cross pattern. Oh, ooh, boy. That's a natural 3 and a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. No. Don't rebalance combat. We aren't supposed to take damage.
Okay. That is only 5. Oh, sorry. 8 points of physical damage.
That's with the crit?
That is with the crit. It doesn't have a very high damage to each weapon.
Gotcha.
Wow.
All right.
Sorry, that's on
Anything
me,
else?
That yes,
Yep.
sorry, that is on Eggy.
Okay.
Does your effect come into play, whatever that was?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Cool.
All right. Then we move
To be
on
clear, he did
this-
miss with one attack in case that triggers it.
Go
No,
Ember.
it does not.
Last up is the
It is,
scout.
it's specifically if he tries to grapple me.
Okay. The scout. Let's see where the scout can get.
No.
To your fear and no one else. Actually, sorry, I was playing this wrong. The scout's just gonna stand where he is and hold up his blaster
Oh, no.
and take 2 shots
Pew, pew,
At who?
Pew,
at your fear. Apologies.
pew, pew.
Okay, that is a 9 and a 21.
The 21 does not. No, I'm just kidding. It hits.
Okay, that is only 4 points of energy damage. The scout is
This
then
is-
going
I
to...
say I don't know what
Probably-
that
Oh,
was,
sorry.
but it didn't hurt.
Yeah, this is probably a new kind of pain.
Yes.
Sort of like
Yeah,
a
well-
searing instant fire through a chunk of your shoulder.
I'm not letting it on. Okay.
All right.
Okay, that is its turn.
Next up is the rifleman.
Oh,
Back
right.
up to the top.
Oh, they're gonna shoot me.
Going to
Your time is coming.
poke his
Rifleman,
head out.
Don't worry.
and aim at your fear.
Your fear. Why did you run
That's a natural
away from
2.
us?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I got a
And
plan.
poke his
dog.
head back.
Eorva needs to eat, baby.
Ember.
Okay, we're gonna roll with produce flame again.
Nice.
Sick.
The dude behind you. I'm just kidding.
A
Yeah,
10.
hit Iggy.
Save
10
Iggy.
does not
Save
hit.
Iggy.
Oh, Aaron, your mini's cool too. Come on.
Could have been in
You guys-
space.
I know. I want to be in space. Even Naka. Oh, come on.
Listen, it was hard enough for you to keep your story away from Rand as it was. If we put you in space, you guys would have found out real quick. All right. Anything else, Ember?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Vidar.
I'd like to shoot at the one it is by.
Okay. Take your shot.
Natural 20.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ, don't even
let's
roll.
Melted him. Melted him.
And then I would like to move my Hunter's March to this guy with my bonus action.
Yep. Yeah, you take your shot with that rifle, and probably all of you. It is the loudest weapon you have ever heard in your life happening in this cave with no ear protection.
Oh,
You had
great. Sorry.
no idea what to expect. But then all of a sudden that guy's head is missing. So it seems to have done its job.
I don't even see it happen.
Aaron, does your hunter's mark thing require line of sight? Because you do not have line of sight on any enemies. At the
I
moment.
could move and then.
I don't
apply.
believe you have line of sight still.
Okay.
No.
Then
The one
he's right
who's
here.
in the center is down.
Oh, okay. Then my bad.
The gentleman is
Then
right
no,
here.
I won't. I'll stay here and then not apply it to anyone
Okay.
for now.
All right. Next up is your fear.
Okay, I'm going to climb on down, and I'm going to come up behind this guy and draw Yorva from its sheath, and I'm going to stab him.
Give it a shot.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit?
Jesus, yes.
Okay. All right. So that's a 1d6 plus 3. Oh, that's only 6 points of damage. I'm gonna use sneak attack on him.
You cannot.
Wait, why?
Because sneak attack requires either that you have advantage on the target or that you have an ally within 5 feet of the target.
Oh, within 5 feet. That's right. That's right. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna use my cunning action, and I'm going to hide.
Hey, you are literally in front of him. You cannot hide. Would you like to use your bonus action for something else? You could use it to disengage and get away from him without drawing attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. I'll disengage, and then I think I only have like 5 feet of movement left.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I'll just move right over here.
Okay.
Cool.
Naka.
All right. I am going to run to to Iggy's side there. Up by that dude. That's right.
That guy is dead.
Oh, he's dead. Where Iggy is?
Yeah. His head was blown off.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we
yeah.
have.
Yeah, we have 2 headless corpses at the moment. Or no, 1 headless and 1 with a hole in her head.
Okay, how far? I still can't see distance. I gotta talk to you guys about it.
Press M4.
4?
Yeah. And so now if you drag your character, you will see the distance.
Oh, I see. Click once. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I can make.
Or if you
this guy.
press M3, you get a ruler that you can use.
Okay, so I am going to run to this dude here.
With 30. You have a movement of 30 feet.
Yes.
So you
Yes,
can
Yeah,
get
you
go
can
right there.
you can get to that guy. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna pop myself right here. Now, if I cast Ranger's Quarry on him, do I get to use the abilities now with it, or do I have to wait?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna cast Ranger's Quarry. Does that count as a turn, or as an action?
No,
or
that is a free action.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to punch him with my stun gauntlet.
Ooh.
Which is a... Okay, so let's do this first. A 1. Or do I just drag? Oh, that's 2. How do you...
What are you trying to do?
How do I... I was just trying to roll on the screen so people could see it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you just click the D20 once, and then you can... The little block that pops up, you can grab it.
So 14? Wait, I rolled a 9.
14
Oh, you were on 9.
does not hit, just barely.
Oh, come on.
Just to be clear, that was with your modifier?
Oh, wait. What modifier do you use for 14?
On your stun gauntlet, that is a +6. So if you rolled a 14, that was
I rolled
actually
a
a dirty
14.
20.
Okay, so dirty 20 then.
So you do
Yeah,
hit.
that'll hit.
Okay,
Nice.
I'm sorry. So I rolled
Nice.
a 1d4.
Yeah, so that's the +6 next to the stun gauntlet. That's what you add to that attack.
Okay, a 2 plus 4 then.
2 plus 4. Oh, right, your strength is 4. Jeez.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
And then
All right,
because of Ranger
go ahead.
Quarry.
You deal extra damage, right?
Well, I can do once per turn. When I hit a target with a weapon attack, I can deal another 1d4 additional damage.
Okay, go ahead and
Alright.
roll another d4.
Nice.
Nice.
Come on.
90
Big money, no
feet.
whammies.
I went off the board. Still, okay. It's another 2.
2. He's looking real rough.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Smash his
Next
head
up
off.
is Alora.
Let's go, Alora.
I am going to. Oh, why can't I grab my person? Whoop.
You might be in ruler mode right now.
Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
Kind of hug the wall over here. And I don't think I can see Rifleman, right?
No, he is
No.
hiding.
Okay, then I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay, you could use your action to dash if you would like to, but you don't have to.
Yeah. You can also
I'm
prepare
gonna-
that if you see somebody, you can shoot at them.
Oh, yes, you can do
right.
that.
Okay, yes, I'm going. If I see Rifleman, I will prepare
Okay.
a firebolt for him.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Get him in the face.
Next up is Iggy. Let's go, Iggy.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, jeez. Jeez. Why is my mouse moving so slow? It's like my mouse is moving half speed.
You want some help? Where are you trying to get to?
Yes, please. Just to the opening. I've got 35 feet.
You still have 5
Also-
more feet. I can push you up if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna push out as far as I can. I'm assuming I don't have line of sight on anybody.
Nope.
So, same deal as Laura. If I see somebody, I will cast
All right.
Force Disarm on them.
Oh,
Ooh, very interesting.
interesting.
Scout's up next.
Okay. Scout's just gonna attack Naka.
Let's go.
Pull out a dagger that begins humming. That is double 7s for a total of 11 to hit each.
15 armor class.
Doesn't hit.
Nope.
Let's go.
Okay.
Rifleman.
Okay. Going to
You gotta peek his head out and get annihilated.
put his head out right there, which I believe
Alora sees.
does have line of sight.
Yeah.
Would you call that half cover or is that open?
I'd say it's
Open.
half.
Oh.
Okay.
That looks
you
pretty
get to-
open to me. I'm not gonna-
open. They're like half.
Looks pretty wide open to me.
Well, hold on.
They called her Alora
that is pretty
sharpshooter in
open.
school.
It is pretty open. Okay. Yeah,
That's
go for
pretty
it.
open.
I'll duck.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll duck.
Take yeah.
You get one of your
So,
dreads shot
a
off.
ball of fire just flies straight over your head.
All right, I'm saying a prayer to the gods right now. 19 to hit.
Yes.
Jesus. Yes.
Let's
That'll
go.
do it.
Let's go.
And 1 damage.
Oh.
Cinched an eyebrow.
Yeah, he's missing an eyebrow now and
right,
part
cool.
of his hood. Okay, he is then going to take a shot at your fear again and hopefully actually hit this time.
He won't.
I think he actually will. That is a 17.
That hits. I ain't scared. I ain't scared.
Well,
You
this is
you don't know to be scared.
This
Yeah, I
is
don't
a
even know.
D12, so you know.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no.
Get out of here. You dirty dog.
14 points of energy damage.
Crack.
Jeez.
He nails you right in the chest. Jeez.
Are you okay?
I'm not out of it yet.
Oh my god.
You're
Okay.
still up? That's ridiculous. All right.
Dex back.
Next up is Ember.
Someone may need to pick my corpse up off the ground if I get hit again, though.
Ember, you are next up. I can't
I-
hear you right now.
sorry, I was
Now I
muted.
can hear you. Yep, there you
Am
go.
I able to move and then be within range of anybody, or?
Let me check and find out.
Oh my gosh. It's not looking good over here, boys and
Uh,
girls.
Sorry, I will get you a ruler.
yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. All right. You can't currently see anybody, but you can prepare your action in case anybody peeks.
Okay, yeah, I will prepare produce flame.
Very
Okay.
cool.
Vidar.
You're muted.
I guess I will do the same thing. Prepare. I'll do Spectrum Ray this time. Save some ammo.
Okay.
I'll
Do you want to
out.
move at all? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Next up is your fear.
Oh boy.
With a small hole in his chest.
I do have a pretty large hole. It doesn't feel great. I'm going to move here. So that's 16 feet, and I'm going to stab this guy with my short sword.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
21 to hit.
Hits.
Mm, 5 points of damage.
5 points. He is barely hanging on.
Now move back. Move
I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
And so I took 18. So that's 35. Alright. I'm going to go like this.
Yes, perfect.
Oops, sorry. I'm trying to drop him right here for
Okay.
cover.
Naka, you're up.
All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to finish off this dude right in front of me.
Go for it.
I think I'm. Can beat him. Can I throw my tech axe even though he's only 5 feet away?
No.
No.
You can swing it at him though.
Oh, okay. All right. This is okay. So let's see.
It's going to go right through his head.
Does a 9 plus? What is it? 9 plus 6.
Sorry,
15,
I do actually
okay.
need to check that. Hits, just barely.
Oh yes. Okay. So 6. All right. There we go. Okay. So 3 plus 4.
He goes down
Let's go.
under your fist.
Nice. Smash him.
I'm gonna use a bonus action too, if I can, and use my Kalto pack and throw it to your fury.
Oh, I don't know what this is.
Creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your tech casting ability modifier.
Just to
Can I do that?
clarify,
Yes.
what does it take to do this?
1 bonus action, 60 feet in range.
Cool, you're
Oh,
good.
Okay.
So what do I get for 1d4 you said?
I'm going to roll a
1d4
d4 plus my tech casting ability, which is +1. So 5.
Look at
Nice,
that.
nice.
Oh my gosh, you are a real saint.
All
What do I
right,
feel?
Elora.
What is that like? What is that?
Oh, yeah.
What is that like?
It probably stings a bit.
Okay.
Like there's like a spray of gel over your wound.
The sting of my past failures coming back to haunt me.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it.
It's a lot of that recently. It's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of
All
that.
right. Elora.
I'm gonna move further in, and let's see how far can I get. I'll
This
wait
poor
for
dude.
the rifle guy again and prepare another firebolt
He
for
is
him.
getting melted. He is
Iggy.
getting absolutely.
Are you gonna join the crusade over here?
Yeah, do I have some kind of idea of where he is?
Yeah, you know he's back here.
Hiding.
And if I remember correctly, some of your tricks don't require line of sight.
Well, you would think that more of them don't require line of sight, but that's actually not the case. So I'm having to.
Oh.
I'm gonna finagle my way around trying to explain how this is going to work. I'm gonna move in as far as I can, as if I were trying to hug the left side, 35. And I would like to hit the rock roughly here.
Love it. Let's go.
Okay.
With
Very nice.
That'll do it.
with break, which inflicts 10 damage to the rock. Who cares? But
Sheds a tear.
there is an explosion of sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away, and small shards of shrapnel fly at creatures within 5 feet of it. I need a dex save from that dude.
Nice.
So you all probably see Iggy like reach out a hand and just like focus hard, and the rock just pops. And you
Also,
see shrapnel flying.
his veins go black as he does so.
Let's go.
That was a natural 4. He's not making it.
Excellent. Let's go. See if this.
How do you want to do this?
Excellent. Nice.
I mean, yeah, like exactly how you already described it. I couldn't have said it better. So
Cool.
Nice.
And with a
Excellent.
shower of shrapnel from the rock, the cultist falls dead.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Okay.
One rock, though, does have to fly directly up his butt. That's
That's
It
true.
bounces off the back wall, in the ground, and straight up.
That's true. Right up the butt.
It's a ricochet.
Colonoscopy.
And he
Right.
dies with his face looking like.
Yes. All right.
Okay. Let me get my notes open again. Okay.
yeah, Caleb, I was having that same thought of like, oh, this it'll be great. I'll just like lob a grenade over at him or something.
Right.
Checking all of my abilities, and it's like, no, that requires something. Something you can see. Something you can see. It's like, ah.
Okay.
All right.
You stand in what appears to be a ritual chamber with a magic circle inscribed deeply into the stone of the floor. Oh, by the way, everyone can close Tailspire for today, if you'd like. At the center of the circle is a pedestal, atop which sits a bowl filled with still water. From the water emerges a rod with a small sphere on the end, painted to look like the Omnesian moon. Vines stretch from the base of the satellite dish and trail off to the wall, one disappearing into a pile of rocks at the base of the wall, the other climbing the wall before disappearing into a crack. What would you like to do?
You said
This-
vines?
Yes.
Does the
Sorry.
oh, go ahead.
From the pedestal? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, from the
Yeah.
ritual bowl.
I'd like to follow one of those vines.
Okay.
In the ritual
Uh,
bowl, the sphere, is that the same thing that was doing the hologram thing that I saw? Is that the same?
You're
sphere?
not-
The hologram was far up, like
Oh,
up
far
and
up.
above it,
Oh,
sort of
okay,
thing.
got you. Okay. Sorry. Laura.
Although it's worth asking, is Ember's detect magic still up?
Oh.
Because I believe that lasts.
It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, maybe it's just ending.
Did you take a hit during that fight?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you can use your detect magic just for the end of this. You see the circle inscribed into the ground is emanating a faint magic. Seems to be, I think it was transmutation.
Yep.
If that's wrong, I'll update you later. And that is the only.
You would also see the Omnite that's already in the wall. That would definitely be glowing a bit more.
Oh yes.
As well as the thing that's shaped like painted like a moon. That's like on. There's like the little stick coming out of the ritual bowl, and then like a ball at the end of that. That also would be glowing.
And you do not get a school of magic from that one. It seems to be just pure magic. Okay, so someone was following a vine?
Me. Yes.
Okay. There is one that disappears into a pile of rocks, and one that climbs the wall a ways before disappearing into a crack in the wall.
Can I reach the one that climbs the wall or no?
Yeah. It's about at head height where it disappears.
Okay, I'll go look at that one.
Okay. The crack in the wall that the cable disappears into is actually it appears to be the gap of a door, which swings open easily at your touch. The panel reveals a hook where excess cable, or vines to you, is looped, as well as a small socket with a dark blue crystal sitting in it. A drained chunk of Omnite.
Okay. Okay. What about the other one?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I follow the other one?
Yeah.
Before we venture off and stuff, can I check on Vidar and Iggy, and just ask how they're feeling, how they're doing? Like, are they okay?
I am looking bad, but I'm not trying to show it.
Okay.
Iggy, you follow the cable from the satellite dish to the pile of rocks. Would you like to try to move the rocks, or like it just disappears into the pile?
Yeah. Can I just I'd like to essentially just force pull all of them, like one at a time.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not getting my hands dirty.
Easily. You begin moving the rocks, slowly exposing what lies beneath. A glint of white appears beneath the gray stone. As you pull more stones away, you reveal a skeletal foot, then a leg, then the torso. Before long, a skeleton in a gray, decaying uniform lies before you. Naka, you immediately notice the faded patch on its breast, a white star on a blue background with a red ship taking off in front of it. Beside the skeleton, its hand resting protectively atop it, is a small box. One face of it seems to be made of glossy glass, and there's a panel extending from that side with several dozen bumps on it. Each of the bumps has a letter. This appears to be, to Vidar's eye, an ancient computer. You've probably only seen its like in museums. One of the cables from the satellite dish leads to this computer. And finally, clutched in the hand that rests atop the computer is a small metal stick. Closer inspection reveals it to be an audio recorder.
Come on. Naka obviously makes his way slowly, quite in disbelief, over to the body, and kneels down beside it. I would grab the audio device.
Okay.
And I would motion to Vidar.
I'll come.
Is the okay? Sorry. Is the audio device is it encrypted? Is it just I press play, or is it something
you
that...
see what appears to be several buttons, one of which seems to be just a play pause button.
Okay. I am willingly going to press the play button.
This is Corporal Airman Ravendance, ID 4473 Alpha. If you're reading this, I didn't make it out. I'm making this report for any senior officer or anyone, really, that finds it. The ship was hit, was taken down by a Union cruiser. I managed land, if you can call it that, but I'm not in good shape. I'm holed up in a cave on the surface, and my med kit's already spent. I completed the mission, at least I hope I did. I sabotaged the device. They shouldn't notice before they activate it, and then it'll be too late. If my readings were correct, it should trigger a chain reaction. I hope to the stars above I've just saved the system. At least, perhaps the galaxy. Tell my husband. Tell him I did my duty. I don't regret a thing. This is bigger than one soldier. It's bigger than any of us. And if this gamble works, he'll never know how close he came to the edge. But that's the job, isn't it? Fighting in the dark so they can live in the light? If by some chance someone can get to me, I wouldn't say no to the company. But the clock's ticking and I know it. Just make sure this log gets to command. Corporal Ravendance signing off. May the stars guide me home.
And there's a final crackle of static before the log ends.
Naka stares at the recording. And I don't let go. I keep a hold of it.
I don't know if I missed this or if it wasn't present, but was there a year or any kind of date attached to that log?
There was not.
Okay.
Can Vidar run some tests on it? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I would look at the computer though and see, does it turn on? I don't know.
Yeah, you easily find what appears to be the power button. You press it. Seems to be no response. However, you do see a cable running from it to the satellite dish and another cable running from the satellite dish to this thing in the wall.
You said there was a broken piece of omnite in there?
Not broken. It appears to be drained. It is dim. It's just a dark blue, no light emanating from it. The people from here, this is not super common, but you do occasionally see completely drained omnite. Yeah, go ahead.
If I remember right, DMs, if I were to bring another chunk of omnite next to it, doesn't it regain a little bit of its strength?
It does.
What happens if Finch gets next to it?
You might get real tired.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
that
I'll say
chunk? There's that chunk of
there is
omnite
omnite in the room.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I
that chunk of Omnite that I grabbed from the beach, did all of that's energy get sucked out and go into Finch, or does that have any residual energy left?
It's got plenty.
It actually, very little of it got sucked out.
Can I hold that up to it?
Do we want to turn this on?
Why not?
I don't know. It may launch the nukes.
Before we do we want to see if there's anything important on the bodies? Whether there's documents, notes? Maybe power cells for Natra and I for our blasters?
Yeah. I like the way you think, Vidar.
The as you guys are looking for that, the pedestal and the water thing.
Yep.
Does it look like I could remove it?
Yeah, actually, it looks like it's pretty much just resting on top of this pedestal.
I'm really curious. It's probably nothing, but the ball that has the lunar thing painted on it, I would like to pull that off.
So, Ignatius and Naka and Vidar, you see Yorfir walk up to the satellite dish pointed up at a hole in the wall and start grabbing the end of the thing and going to pull it.
I would instantly say, Yorfir, please stop. That could ruin everything.
What do you mean?
How do we explain
this? This was the crystal ball that I saw.
It is almost certainly what is receiving transmissions. The messages in the air are coming in to that specifically. If we damage that, this could be our only link to anything outside of here.
Your fear slowly pulls his hand away.
Okay. People searching the bodies, make an investigation check. I'll say one person can make it with advantage. Or, sorry, flat, because you would have disadvantage.
Who's got the best investigation?
Not
me.
Not me.
Yeah, definitely Aaron. That's higher than any of my scores.
21.
Yeah, let's go. Sorry.
Okay.
Power cells.
You do find one power cell from each blaster weapon, which is a total of 3 blasters, three power cells. Something seems a little... Actually, give me a technology check with disadvantage.
All of us or just him?
Just him.
Lowest was a 15 plus 8. 26.
Jesus Christ, Aaron.
The lowest is a 15 plus 8, guys.
Something is different about this power cell. It's, instead of the normal red glow that you would see, it seems to be glowing blue.
I could have called that. Get power from where you can on this planet.
Yeah. I'll take 3 and give 1 to Natra.
Oh, thanks.
Take 2 because there were 3.
Oh yeah, take 2 and give 1 to Natra. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, just to verify, in our notes, should we make note of one of... So I had 3 power cells anyway. One is different. Should I make note of that? I'm assuming I should.
Yeah, you add 1. You can put it in your notes as an Omnite power cell.
Yep, makes sense.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? You've got this drained chunk of Omnite. You've got an old dead computer. Got a satellite dish.
My guts says that this computer it's almost certainly not going to send anything out. I feel like this is a receiving terminal.
I also Vidar, the signal has stopped. The signal that you were catching on to stopped a little bit ago.
Can I let the group know, because I don't know if they had seen what I seen, but like let them know that there was someone, a giant illusion in the sky that the people in the room were talking to, and it was talking back to them.
Right.
And it was coming from this satellite.
Everyone would have heard the conversation,
Okay,
but yes,
alright,
you were the
perfect.
only one who saw it.
When we take chunks of Omnite and put them towards the drained one, does the signal come back for Vidar?
Are you attempting to recharge the drained Omnite?
I think we should.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'd like to
say
go
we
to the
do it.
computer when we do that.
Charge it up, Ember.
Okay, so I'll grab a piece of Omnite from the wall with my cat claws and just scrape it off and then
Sure.
hold it up.
Yeah. The as you broke it off very carelessly, it's it still glows. It still has its energy, but as you hold it up to the other chunk of Omnite, its light dims rather quickly. You see the two lights sort of equalize, the chunk in the wall regaining some charge, and actually as you watch, both start to dim, not super quickly, but you would guess you've got maybe a couple minutes.
I will pull my beach chunk out as well and
Sure.
hold it up to.
Yeah, it fills rapidly. This is has much more energy in it. As you do so, there is a slight hum and a flicker of light. Excuse me. As the screen on the computer flickers to life. Text begins to fill the screen. You see it appears to be just jumbled letters. Go ahead and make a technology check. Jumbled letters and numbers.
Not great. 11.
11. You can't really make any pattern out of it. Something seems to be scrambling whatever information is being displayed on this screen.
Does it have any kind of like a port, USB like port, or
I suppose it probably has one, but there's nothing in it.
I was gonna ask,
wondering if maybe we can download the whatever's on it.
Okay.
Probably be
I
a
will
port
say
that is it's like a
outdated.
PS2 port, and you got USB-C.
Right.
Right. Do you
I
want to
will
do
also
maybe
say-
a technology check to figure out what
Yeah.
might be going on?
Yeah.
I wonder who's gonna roll that.
Aaron.
Okay.
Can I assist with that?
Sure, probably cancels out the disadvantage.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Is he able to assist?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
19 plus 8, so 27.
The water in the satellite dish is obstructing the signal. This is probably something that you've
ritual.
dealt with before.
Okay, can I just
Dump it
force
out?
push the water out of the bowl?
Sure. Yeah. As soon as you do so, the jumbled letters on the screen vanish and are replaced with the words "playing message." And a small lens on its side glows. Rays of light are visible in the dust in the air, and a sphere of flickering light appears above the bowl, colors tinged slightly blue. A figure appears in the sphere, facing the entrance of the room. The woman is shrouded by shadow, though her face is illuminated. Elora, as the woman's face comes into focus, your mind is thrust back to time spent sneaking into your father's meetings to watch the Archons talk. "My loyal followers, rejoice! For the time is almost upon us. You shall soon be free from the tyranny of the mad sun god and all those who support his reign. You shall soon be free to worship me or any other god as you will. We shall soon halt the progression of the heavens and be free from the passage of time. Once the device is complete, so too will our victory be. Forever in the moon's embrace. And the image flickers and vanishes. I suppose, would you guys like to discuss any of that?
So was that Thalira? Is that who I'm recognizing?
That was
or
not.
No?
You actually would not know what Thalira Night Whisper looks like.
Okay.
This was the Moon Archon.
Oh, okay.
This was Madame Alkuli herself.
Interesting.
Yorfir says.
Well, no wonder it's like 1050 or whatever year you guys said it was.
What is that supposed
What
to
do you
mean?
mean?
Because it tried to freeze time.
Yeah. Someone's trying to stop time here.
Oh.
And judging by the state of this computer, like a long time ago.
So why is the sun mad at the moon? What's going on?
Well, I don't know how detailed I should get into this, but
it is midnight. Probably not super right now. You can do it later.
We have an emperor and empress, and many generations ago, the emperor and the empress that were ruling, the emperor went mad and very violent in his rulings, and the empress confronted him and he killed her. This cult came of that, if that makes sense. The descendant of the Moon Empress, who is, I thought, was the head of this cult, leads this and wishes for people to be able to worship the god that they want instead of all 18 that we have.
Listen, that's why we killed ours.
Also, just to clarify, the face you saw was the current Moon Archon.
Oh, okay. So this transmission is not as old as you might think because this was our current Empress.
So they haven't stopped time yet.
Never mind, I take back everything I said. This world is still just messed up.
Okay. So that means, if I'm understanding this right, you're the Archon lady of the moon had to send this message to the Celestials?
I suppose so, yeah. It seems that's who she's trying to communicate with.
How would she send a message to the Celestials without a computer thingy?
Like with this computer thingy?
Did she use this one?
I don't know, I would assume. But I guess I don't know.
Vidar, your attention is drawn back to the ancient computer. The text previously showing the two blinking words, playing message, is now flashing by, row after row of numbers scrolling endlessly, though a few words stay constant at the top. Relaying signal. The computer seems to be... Actually, make a technology check again.
I would like to do something right after this check.
Sure.
Natural 1. So,
Aaron! You were supposed to break this game.
And the computer shuts down, and we're
What would you like to do?
I would like to unplug the wire going into the computer, if there is a disconnect.
As you're doing
just send a
that,
message real quick.
Yeah, you can unplug the cable. The computer stays on, but the scrolling text just freezes in place. So you just have the rows of numbers that were last scrolled across the screen. I will also say, Iggy, could you give me a technology check with advantage, so flat?
Sure. Which one of my horribly rolling dice do I want to use?
The best
That
one,
one.
please.
13.
13, okay. Staring at the now stationary numbers, the hairs on the back of your neck start to prickle. Something feels off, feels familiar. The dread settles into your stomach as the realization slowly creeps into your mind. You've seen these numbers before. The same pattern is repeated over and over and over. The frequency pattern of the bosonic charge you were supposed to steal. The pattern that didn't work.
I will hold up my datapad next to this so that Vidar can clearly see there, because I would have that information on my wrist, and so that he can see that what that is. Feel like somebody wanted us to be here.
It seems that way, but that also means we can send messages back home.
So looking at the numbers on the screen, you do realize that there is actually one line at the bottom that does not match the pattern, and actually you realize was not scrolling with the rest. It appears to be a coordinate indicating that the signal is coming from approximately 300 miles due west.
Pull out the map.
Which would be
That's what I was gonna say.
Al-Khuli?
Al-Khuli
Is that right?
territory.
Yeah, someone give me a either survival or history, one of the terrestrials, survival or history.
Okay.
All three of you can.
Okay.
18.
8.
20.
Nice.
Jeez. Okay.
Good
well, that's
job.
fitting. The two of you who are closest to this area would realize this is 300 miles to the west. That is somewhere off the coast of the Al-Khuli Empire. And in fact, if you would like to draw a line in your imagination
To the
across,
Golden
you can
Isles?
see
Golden Isles, yes.
it is likely the Golden Isles.
There's gold there.
Yes.
Sweet.
Vidar.
I like gold.
As do I.
Vidar, as you're sort of trying to piece together all of these puzzle pieces that are just seem like nonsense to you. You, like, for a brief moment, feel like a sharp pain in your stomach. And you slowly, like, pull back up, and you hear sound behind you, and it is not coming from any member of the party. You look over and see what seemed to be a small crack in the wall, and the terrestrials, you've been in this crack before. But Vidar, you can hear something big and dark crawling around in there.
I'm just staring at that crack.
No one else can hear it right now?
No.
Okay.
No one else has noticed it.
Where is it? I'm still in the... Oh, you don't have Tailspire.
Oh,
No,
I do, however. It is, so the rock that Yorfir is in front of, that the sniper was hiding behind, just to the left of that, there is a crack in the wall. I will mark it.
So you would all see... so Vidar sort of clutching his stomach and looking over and just like nervously staring at that crack in the wall.
Do we see anything in the crack?
Nope.
Vidar, are you okay?
There's definitely something in there.
Probably another shadow. What do you think, Yorfir?
I would agree. I think there is something dark inside of that crack.
Vidar, you start hearing similar noises coming through the entrance that you came in.
Oh, no.
Shadows, you said?
Yes.
Don't listen to them. Whatever they tell you, whatever they promise you, it is false.
Can I hear them talking? Or is it whisper still?
No, you don't. I mean, you just hear movement.
I'm just frantically looking at the group, telling them to guard their minds.
The rest of you hear nothing.
I'm freaking out, probably covering my
Vidar,
ears.
anxiety is just increasing and increasing.
Freaking out.
I would like to cast Force Intuition.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
What does that get you?
It just it's nothing really in this moment. So it allows me to see things before they happen and react even faster than normal for the duration, which is 8 hours. I can use my force casting ability modifier in place of Dex modifier when I make an initiative check, and then in addition, if I'm surprised at the start of combat rather than being completely unable to act, I can still use a reaction and take an action on my first turn in combat, which can be used specifically to dash, disengage, dodge, hide, or use an object. So it just negates a surprise round.
Is there a hole in the ceiling?
There is.
Probably.
How high?
20, 25 feet.
Is that the same hole from before where the moon was shining through?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Could Naka jump up there?
A vertical jump is different. It is with your jump ability, which you've already used once, so you can't use it again today. You can jump up to 12 feet in the air, which is ridiculous.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay. All right.
Vidar, you see in the center of the room around the satellite dish, like an aura of black smoke coming up from the ground and starting to materialize.
I would like to run behind. There's a box or a crate.
Right.
Just hide behind it.
Mm-hmm. The rest of you see nothing.
Oh.
And how high is the hole above us?
25 feet.
Okay, I'm throwing a grappling hook up there.
Okay.
Is it normal for shadows to materialize to only one person? I don't know if I know that or not.
Make a Arcana check.
Could I help with that, seeing how old I am?
Yeah. So flat roll. No disadvantage.
8.
You're not sure.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
14.
Okay. I intended for that to be just a just an Allura thing. Sorry,
okay. Well,
I miscommunicated. So just for the future, either multiple people can roll, in which case I will ask for it, or people can use the help action to give the person making the check advantage.
Right.
Got you.
Vidar, your anxiety is spiking through. You're having difficulty breathing at this point. Your friends are all frantically looking around, looking for whatever it is that you see. And you know that this place is not safe. You need to get out of here. You need to get back up into space as fast as you can. That is your only way to survive this.
I go to the
Vacuum
computer.
space.
And can I try to see if there's a way to overwrite the incoming message and send my own message out? I don't know if that's possible, but if I can jerry-rig something like that.
Sure. Yeah. Vidar, you start mashing away at the computer, playing with that. Naka,
Yes.
can you give me a
Yes.
history check?
Yes. I
Or I'd say
Oh,
or nature
gosh.
if you
Or nature.
Come on, Naka.
Praise. Oh no, it's only 10.
10 plus anything?
No, 11 minus 1.
Well, even still,
Yes, I know this.
you're adding it up, the things in your mind. Vidar is there.
Yes,
he
I
has
am.
a pain in his stomach. He's looking around. There are creatures
No.
that he's afraid of that no one else can see. And the only way he feels like he can get away from them
No.
is the vacuum of space.
Oh.
Oh no.
No. No.
And that's where we'll end the episode.
Oh, I know what this is. That's not good.
Oh my god.
Guys, I really need a long rest. Okay.
And next episode's tomorrow, right? Is that what
Next.
Yeah, we're just gonna play
Oh,
every day
no.
for
Oh
the
my
next
God.
couple weeks. Yeah. No, we will pick up there next Monday.
John, you left
Why
your
not?
necklace with Rose,
Dude.
didn't you?
Yes. Yes, I did. Oh, come on.
Necklace.
And your fear's dead at the next episode. Great.
Probably fine.
Vidar.
You just got a small hole in your chest.
Well, it's a little smaller thanks to Naka.
Gosh.
I was at 1 HP before the.
Yikes.
I was at 1 HP.
I love the fact that both John and Grant are terrified and also cannot say anything to the rest of the party until next week.
I literally, I have it pulled up as you were describing. I was like, no,
Yep.
no.
Literally, the whole time you were talking, everyone was talking the last 30 minutes. I didn't know anything you guys were talking about. And I felt awesome because I'm just like, I don't know what you guys are discussing right now. This is so far out of your fear's realm. You have no clue.
I feel like with that history check, you probably would have gave it to me even at -1.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
This is something that
That's not good.
definitely wouldn't be too high DC for you.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Well,
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh.
with that, we'll bring an end to episode 2 of the Lunar Eclipse. Thanks for playing, everybody. Thanks for watching. Anybody out there live or later on. And we'll see you next week. Do we go trailer or just go to black? I don't know.
Trailer.
How do we do this?
Trailer.
Okay, all right.